think there is a small contingent out there that gets into real estate because they think that it's some sort of get-rich-quick scheme, and it could not be further from the truth. You buy it, you forget about it. And then in 15 years, you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I bought that 15 years ago. Short-term rental management. Today, we are going to talk about a book that was released today, which is February 11th, 2025. And the book is called Smarter Short-Term Rental. Fantastic stuff. So my lovely wife wrote a new book and came out today. It's a huge day here at our house and in the world of vacation rentals in general. And I just wanted to celebrate with you. And you could spend your time. Your time is better spent today downloading that book and listening to that on Audible or purchasing it on wherever, Barnes & Noble. It should be out today. Also, Amazon, of course. Bigger Pockets Publishing. By the way, I do want to mention Avery's books. Avery Carl, my wife. Short-Term Rental, Long-Term Wealth, which is right there on my shelf. And also the new book, Smarter Short-Term Rental. Those are the only two books on vacation rentals to not be self-published. So she's the only published author in this asset class that was done by a professional publisher, to my knowledge. You know, I mean, feel free to correct me on that. Google it and tell me I'm wrong. But to my knowledge, she's the only one out there that's not self-published. The first one was a huge hit. Number one in 4 categories. We expect that to happen again on this new one. The new one is a little bit more robust. The first one is definitely a little bit just kind of an overview of what you're getting yourself into in the vacation rental world. And the new book is taking things to another level. It's a slightly longer book. The first book was very short, and I love that about it. And the new one is just slightly longer, and it talks more about the day-to-day, managing of your property and a lot of stuff that we talk about here on short-term rental management, but it gets in-depth, nuts and bolts. I am going to tell you, I wrote part of the book. I did not want any credit for it, so I shouldn't even have mentioned it on the podcast today, but it is my show, so I'm throwing that out there. But again, Avery, all the credit to her. She's the greatest. She's a much better writer than me, even though I have been published in the past as well. In the fitness / rock and roll world, years and years ago, I put out a terrible book that was published worldwide. And but yeah, this is Avery's second publication, and it's a huge deal, and we're very excited about it. I mean, she's the best in the business. I just want to mention that you just really have no idea how hard this woman works. It is not an easy life, this entrepreneur world that we live in, and I'm very proud of her. She works her rear end off. She deserves everything in the world. And I wish her all the success that she could possibly have with this new book, Smarter Short-Term Rental. So please, download the new book. Check out the new book. Listen to it. Read it. We all need to spend more time on our rental properties anyway. I can't tell you how many times people contact me after having a rental for 2 years, long-term, short-term, apartments, whatever, storage units. I met a guy at basketball practice, my kid's basketball practice the other day. He's in storage units. He's like, I think I've seen you on YouTube. Our kids are on the same team. He goes, are you that short-term rental guy? I'm like, I guess so. He's like, I've seen you on YouTube and I've got storage units and you said some cool stuff. So thank you. And I was like, well, hey, we're best friends now, but that has nothing to do with my point. My point is that every now and then I get people that say, they've been in the business for a couple of years and Luke, I'm not getting any bookings. What do I do? Or storage units. That's why I brought that up. Luke, my tenants, man, I can't get any tenants. My rents are down. Well, I think honestly, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the luster is gone. The sex appeal does wear off. I think there is a small contingent out there that gets into real estate because they think that it's some sort of get-rich-quick scheme, and it could not be further from the truth. You buy it and you forget about it. And then in 15 years, you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I bought that 15 years ago. It's not like going to the casino and putting all your money on black. There's no immediate payoff here, friends, So patience, something we talk about constantly here at Short-Term Rental Management. Patience, and education. If it's been 2 years and your property's not where you want it to be, and maybe it was at one point doing well enough for you to kind of forget about it, It's time to remember that it exists. And it's not because it's a short term and short terms are a lot of work, which they are, but it's going to happen like that with any piece of real estate. Anything in life that's worth doing is going to be exactly like that. Let me tell you something. You go out there, I'm a runner, so there's a lot of runner analogies around here. Coming off of the flu, so I'm still a little bit, clogged up here or whatever, but you go out and train for a half marathon and you smoke it and you're feeling good and you're rocking. And the next thing you know, 4 months went by and you're out of shape. And you're like, well, wait a minute, I just smoked a half marathon. Well, no, that was 4 months ago and you blinked your eye. Sorry. So anything that's worth doing, you got to put your full effort into. The quote there for you today: how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. 100% true. 100% true. So you got to get out there and try at everything you're doing, man. And at some point you might need to find that there's some things that you need to let go of so that you can excel at everything else. All right. My point is, it's not uncommon after a couple of years for your property to slip a little bit. Maybe you're not as excited as you once were. And now is the perfect time to listen to the new book, Secret Smarter Short-Term Rental. Came out this morning. Smarter Short-Term Rental. Perfect time to pick that up. Get re-energized, man. Start training for another half marathon. Let's go. There it is. There it is. Smarter Short-Term Rentals. Avery Carl, greatest author of all time. Married to the world's greatest landlord. There it is. Bigger Pockets Publishing came out today. February 11, 2025. 208 pages. 5.6 ounces of greatness. The time is now. Let's get it going. I bought 300 copies already. Matter of fact, I'd be happy to give you one. You want to shoot me an email? Luke@theshorttermshop.com. First person to send me an email that says free book. I got you. Let's do this. All right, man. So yeah, the book, it's out and about. It has been birthed. The world now is a better place in the world of vacation rental real estate, man. So very exciting stuff. And, you got to keep your chops up. You do. You do. If you're passionate about something, read and listen to all the most important stuff on that subject. That's how you get better at life, in life. And, there are some folks that come and go in all types of things in life. And let's be real, short-term rental is probably not as popular as it was during the COVID heyday, vacation rentals and motorhomes. But we're still here and we're still rocking and rolling, and it's part of my identity, baby, and I'm cool with it. I like it. I like showing these folks a good time. Yes, there are plenty of days where I am sick of it. But the good days far outnumber the bad, and I am here to tell you that I will continue to keep my chops up. I'm definitely going to listen to that book. The second I'm done cutting this show, I'm throwing it on, going to go for a run, going to get it rocking and rolling and learn from the best in the business. There's nobody in this business, period, and rental real estate in general, especially vacation rental real estate, that's better than Avery. Nobody that works harder, nobody that cares more, and we're very proud of her. It's very exciting stuff. So Smarter Short-Term Rental is now available. I highly recommend that you stop listening to my show and go check out the new book. We're very grateful for the experience. Bigger Pockets, thank you so much. We love you. And on behalf of Avery, please check out the new book. We would appreciate it if you read it. We love you. We do. We love you. We're looking for guests. If you're interested, guest at strmshow.com. Going to be a short one today because we all have better things to do. And go listen to that book, baby. Luke Carl asking you to please don't overthink it.